Welcome people to go Krissy and Xander, and we are back at it again with another video.
Another one.
And in today's video, we're going to be sharing with you guys, I guess it's a story time of
story time.
How we met.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how we met?
I do remember. Do you remember?
Yeah. I think it's going to be probably like a how we met / first date.
Our first date, yeah.
You want to do that? Because I don't think like how we met was like that long of a story.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's like super short. So it's pretty much going to be like a how we met video.
And how honest do we want to be here?
Well, we gonna see. Pretty much it's a how we met / our first date story time.
Yeah.
Do you want to like start off?
Oh no, by all means. This is your channel, baby. Where do you want to start off?
Okay. If you do like the story time, don't forget to subscribe to become a part of the K Stylist, because you don't know over here we be styling
and wilding.
Okay. Alright, as well as click that bell button so you can get notified every time we'll post that video.
And follow her on social media because she posts incredible pictures.
This is Guadalupe, aka Lupe. This is our kid. Anyways, so you know we are comfy right now in the bed, just chilling, like a villain.
What
and
magic happen?
Yeah. Oh wait, my parents watch this video.
Do they?
They probably gonna watch this video.
We're adults
and your
here.
Family too.
My mama will watch. She know what I do.
Sorry.
Hi,
She might know. I don't know what you do. Okay, so we are gonna start off. Well, it all started one very cold winter morning. I'm just kidding. So pretty much it was around January. I had decided, okay, I want to get back into like, you know, the dating scene because your girl had been single for like years, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I want to get out there, and I decided to go back on a dating site because at the time I wasn't really, I mean, I didn't see myself like going to a party or a bar and picking up a guy. I mean, I could, but that's not me. And I remember I used to be on POF a lot, Plenty of Fish, and it was
not a good app.
It was very funny. It was entertaining, but those were like my college years. But you know, I'm grown now. So I was like, okay.
Slightly.
I remember when my one of my college friends was telling me about Bumble, and it was like the girls reached out to the guys. I thought that was just too much, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna join that app. But I was like, you know what? It's probably a good way to weed out, like, you know, the scammers and all them something there. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get myself a Bumble account. And then another coworker of mine, kids, she told me about it too, because she was like always on it and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on it and stuff, you know. So many nights I was just like swiping left, swiping myself to sleep, because
I think it's common. A lot of people go through
it was just like and it was just like a lot of the guys were just like, they didn't seem interested and they didn't want like a relationship. And I was like, you know what, I'm ready for a relationship. I want to build with someone. I want to grow old, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm like young, I kind of have like an old soul when it comes to that sometimes. And they weren't really that serious. So I'm like swiping and swiping, and I see this light-skinned dude with like,
that would be me,
a high top. He kind of had like the same style, but it was like
my hair was a little bit shorter back then.
It was shorter, and it didn't have that much blonde. And he was trying to
like, I only had the tips blonde. My hair wasn't like
trying to like
majority blonde.
I don't think he was trying to smize, but it was kind of like he was trying to smize.
Okay, so
we would try to insert the picture of that, like, that I saw.
So to be fair, my friends had told me that I should use my light skinness.
Yes, and it was like a light skin picture.
And I'm terrible at pictures. Anybody that follows me on Instagram knows I don't really post pictures. I only post like around the holidays, honestly, because I'm really bad at taking pictures. And my friends told me, you know, use your light skin charms. So I tried. They told me to do the light skin face and stuff. So I did it. I took one picture. And all of a sudden, it was a terrible picture in my eyes. But hey, it got attraction. People, hey, you can say what you want. People,
no. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why I really swiped right. It's right? Swipe right. That's when you like.
Swipe right is when you like. Yeah.
So the real reason why I swiped right was in his bio. He had like a Jamaican flag. So that caught my attention because you know I'm a Jamaican. But then it had like an American flag. So I'm like, where you be? Like, you know what I mean? So, and then he was like, he grew up in like Florida, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, his family probably like, you know, mixed or whatever. Or maybe he's over here now, located in the United States. I was like, I'm not sure. I read his bio. I was like, okay, he might be funny because, you know, he like Dave. Like, he's there. Like, I can see like the people that he likes is, you know, substance. People of substance. So I was just like, all right, let me swipe right. And then I had to reach out. So my question was, okay, what's your favorite Jamaican artist? That was the question I asked you, right?
You said, what's your favorite Jamaican artist? Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, what's your favorite Jamaican artist? He gonna say, like, fine arts or, like, music. And I'm like...
I read your bio as well, and I saw that you were a graphic designer. So I said, oh, I didn't know, like, what she meant. You know, I thought she could be, you know, different. A lot of people talk about music. Maybe she was talking about art, like actual fine arts. And I'm you know.
So he was like, fine art or like, you know, like music. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, both, I guess. Or I think I said like music. And then he started talking about like some old schoolers. And then he was talking, he dipped some little new schooler like popcorn and them things. And I was like, oh, I know a little something, something. So
I think I said Buju Banton.
And
like, the new schoolers probably like what, Vibes?
Yeah, and you said popcorn. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, all right, we can work with that, you know. And then I don't think we had like that long of a conversation on Bumble.
No, because I remember, did you call me that night or did you call me the night after?
I think so. I think because sites like that, when you're like, if you're interested in someone, at least for my app, the app was like pretty wonky. Like you get the messages late and it was just weird. So I was just like, I guess that question won me over. I was just like, I think I said, give me your number, or I gave you my number for you to text me or whatever. I
think you asked for my number.
And then you called me. And then we started texting to be like, oh, this is me. And then I was like, you want to talk during the night? And then we like called each other on that night or something.
She called me that night.
It was quick. I don't know. I felt, it's probably that, you know, that charm, you know what I'm saying? But
light skin charm.
It was just like easy. Like usually I'm very restrictive, you know. I'm like, I'm not gonna get catfish. I gotta know this dude real, blah blah blah.
Funny thing is, she put on this little cutesy voice on the phone. She didn't sound anything like the voice. I still haven't heard that voice since.
That's I met a guy off a dating site app, and it's the first time we talking voice. What you mean?
It was a whole nother voice. I've never I haven't heard that voice since. It was like this cutesy voice, like almost high pitch, like hi. I was like. Am I talking to a kid? Like
that was my nervous, but I'm talking to you for the first time and I'm interested in your voice. I gotta talk nice and stuff. Okay. But we pretty much talked for quite a while.
We talked for a couple
that night.
Like
and
an hour and a half maybe?
Probably, and maybe longer, I don't know.
Maybe.
But we were just talking about stuff and I was telling him all these crazy stuff that I did at a party and stuff. Thinking it would like
you know how it goes.
Scare him away, but he did not scare him away, you know what I'm saying? But tell your side. That was my side, tell your side.
So how I ended up on Bumble, I had been going through a few different sites. Well, not even a few, probably like Tinder, Hinge. I used Hinge a little bit too. And then my buddies told me about Bumble. They were like, actually one of my female friends told me about Bumble. And I was like, oh, okay. That sounds like a kind of refreshing. I don't have to be the one trying to force conversation, which, ladies, let's be real, a lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. But that's another question. That's another whole topic. But I got tired of being the one initiating the conversation, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna create this application, see what happens, right? So I created the account. After I think I was on the account for, I want to say like a month. It wasn't that great.
I was
maybe a little longer.
I was on it for like 2 weeks.
Probably a little bit longer.
3 weeks?
I don't know. I had a Tinder account, a Bumble account, and I had a Hinge account. I did not use the Hinge account that often. It was not that great. But then I saw her pictures.
Why'd you swipe right?
Why'd I swipe right? Mm-hmm. Well, because I never actually been with like someone from my culture, Jamaican culture, and I was like, oh, how refreshing. and I thought she was very pretty. I liked her pictures. And you seem like an interesting person to get to know. So that's
yeah, when I saw his picture, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I know he's a nice looking guy, but I was like, his picture just looks so weird. It's like he's trying to be like he was just trying to be somebody he wasn't.
I was trying to.
And then my coworker at the time was just like, no, he looks good. You should. I was like, it's not gonna hurt. Just like go for it. Just message him.
No, oh no,
but you swipe right.
I swiped right, and then as she said, we started talking, messaging back and forth. I didn't really think she was gonna I thought it was gonna go how most conversations went, where she would message me, I would say something, and then I would probably wait a couple days before she responded. And I've been in a few situations where it would take them forever, or they would just completely ghost me, and we would just die.
Yeah, a lot of that happens.
A lot of it happens. Yeah, dating sites are really weird. Very weird. People are weird, but whatever.
Yeah, people are weird.
Yeah.
And then
I guess that moves on to the
text.
We did text. We talked for a few nights.
Text. You to always tell me good morning, which I liked. So it showed that he was interested and was trying to be persistent. But at the time, I wasn't really into him 100%. I was still trying to leave my options open. You know what I'm saying? But I know he was a good guy. We kept talking and stuff, and I think when I really realized that I kind of cared for him, or I wanted to go out on an official date, was when just this one time randomly I think he didn't text me, and we didn't talk for a day or day and a half, almost 2 days, and I randomly called him, and I think he was and I was just I just wanted to call you just to check up on you, tell you that I haven't forgotten about you. And he was like, oh.
No, I remember what happened. I texted and she didn't respond.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't respond for a couple of days. So I said, oh, I guess this was the about that time. And then she called me and was like, I didn't forget about you. And I was like, oh, that was very nice.
I probably thought I replied and I didn't reply, or I left it and said I was gonna reply and I didn't, and then I was just like, oh, let me call him. I haven't heard. But yeah, so that's when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually give him a try. I'm not gonna try to have a list of what I want a guy to be and then totally miss out on something. So I called. I did that. We scheduled a date. I was like, you pick, and then we decided to go. This is where the date part comes in now. We're gonna be quick about it because we don't want a long video, but pretty much we decided to go to
Main Event,
which is pretty much a place where you can go bowl, just play games. It has an arcade, food.
And guys, people who don't know how to date, just people in general, honestly, going to a movie is not a date, especially on a first date. First of all, it's expensive. Even restaurants are not even that great of a date because let me tell you something. When you go on a date, number one, going to a movie, you're looking at a movie, you're not really paying attention or getting to know that person.
Honestly, anybody who goes to a movie on a first date, or even does stuff in the movies on a first date, I'm just y'all look crazy. Movie dates are expensive. So I'm not about to
movie dates it's not even about the expensive part.
I'm just saying, movie dates are expensive. I'm not about to go spend all this money or have a guy, I care about you. I'm not gonna have him spend $50 on a movie date by paying for the ticket, getting drinks or actual dinner food, and not end up watching. If we go to a studio movie, girl, I want wings. I want me a Long Island.
See, I'm thinking Regal.
You know what I'm saying? Regal movie tickets are even $11. That's a lot.
Yeah, man, ain't no $50, girl.
And if I want popcorn and a hot dog, and then I want some soda and candy, that's gonna come up to $50 if you get food too.
Oh, wait, hold up. Okay, see, that's the other thing. If I pay for the ticket, you can buy the snacks.
Yeah, but on the first date, on the first date, I'm expecting you to woo me, but you know what? We're not going to get into that. That's for another video, okay, guys? But pretty much, we went to Main Event. We decided it was a good little balance, so if I wasn't interested or he wasn't interested, at least we had games and activities to do to not make the night super awkward, and then we could leave and probably not see each other again if that's what we chose. But what we did,
we actually didn't even play any games. We sat down, we talked for about 2.5 hours, and I bought her a slice of pizza, and I was like, that's all you want? She said, yeah, I just want a slice of pizza. And I was like, wow. I didn't say it to her. I was like, this is the cheapest that I've ever had in my life.
So we I think we met on like the 10th or something, and then a week after, so we talked for like a week, and then the next Friday we went on the date, and I hadn't eaten anything since lunch, so you know, I was hungry by the time I showed up.
By the way, I pulled up dressed nice and clean. You was all casual. I was like, what?
You was casual. You were wearing a jersey.
I was wearing a nice jersey with some nice sneakers, some nice shoes, and I had the sweater under the jersey. Don't act like I wasn't clean.
I was nice too.
Alright.
I had on like a sweater top because it was cold, some jeans.
Everything you were wearing was fine until I looked at the sneakers.
I know. I'm sorry. I went to
I was like, what is going on?
I'm sorry. I went to this Jamaican party and it dirtied up my shoe. So it was looking rough, and I did not clean it. Yeah, that one was the shoe was a flop.
The shoe was a flop,
but
and that made me feel some type of way.
Everything was like fine, but the shoe was dirty, and it was just like no. But I was in my car. I remember pulling up to the main event because we went to the one in Marietta. Yeah, because it was near. Yeah. So I actually saw him pass in his car, which kind of freaked him out because he was like, "How you know what I drive?"
Oh yeah, because I was driving and she called me up and she was like, "Oh, are you in the?" I'm like, "How do you? What the heck? Like, how do you know?"
Pretty much when I was parked waiting for him because he didn't arrive yet, someone passed and was like, "That looked like him." Turned out it was him. So I'm like walking to main event and this guy just comes out of the shadows into the spotlight, and I was just like, "Ooh, he cute," and I was like, "Oh, that's that's Xander. I'm gonna meet him." I was like, "Oh, he looked like an F-boy."
Yeah, she called me an F-boy on the first night.
Like, he looked lighter than in his pictures to me. Like, I didn't know he was this light.
It was winter. I don't go out during the cold, so I'm a light-skinned brother. Light-skinned brothers know what it is. When the summer come out, you get all nice and tan. You look good, and then when winter comes, it's like the color, the melanin recedes, and you just become light. That's why they call us light skin. It is what it is,
But I was just like, oh, he way cuter in person. But I was like, but he kind of looked like an F-boy, so I was like, I gotta watch myself with him. So I'm gonna be very careful. This is where I start to do my things. So we went into main event, and I was just like, I'm hungry. I don't know if I want to spend any money yet on this date. So I was just like, let me eat and try to feel it out, see if we talk, So I was just like looking around. I was just like, I'm not that hungry, and if we do any activities, I don't want to eat a lot. So it's like, okay, let me just stop and get me a slice of pizza. And I was just like reaching for my purse, and he was like, "No, I got it." So I was just like, "All right, you got it." So I got me a pizza and Gatorade, and we sat in that little restaurant where they had the pizza from 7, 8 o'clock to 11, babe. To 11. We sat till they closed.
We pretty much. And you remember the dude almost tried to kick us out.
The dude
and
was
the lady was like, "Leave him alone."
Yeah, I think
they were on a date.
Yeah, it's like they on their first date, but it was like they just gonna sit there the whole time. He was like, "Leave them alone. They on their first date." But we were like,
we didn't order pizza too, bro.
Yeah, and you got something too. We were actually in a conversation. When I started eating the pizza and everything, he was like, "All right, so boom, 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 boom," and I was like, "Oh yes, 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 yes," because sometimes guys, for one, when we talked on the phone, that was refreshing because guys don't like talking on the phone, even if it's just the beginning. They just want to text, and some guys, they still can't text. So it was refreshing that, okay, we were at this table, and you were actually asking me questions.
Yeah, and
usually I'm the one.
I'm a terrible texter, which is why I prefer to talk on the phone. It's a quicker response. It's just easier. For me, texting, I just there's a lot of things that go, I could forget. You might think you send a text and it don't go through. Tone don't match.
Yeah, tone can sound really bad.
You could say something and it could be taken the completely wrong way. So yeah.
So he just started asking me questions and stuff, and I was just like, okay, I like this, back home when girl asked me a question, I would say, yeah, police, so I asked him so much question and this, that, da. But he was just asking me questions. It was refreshing that I didn't have to come up with these questions on the spot or try to come up with conversation. And then we were just going back, and we were just like, oh my gosh, you a nerd? Oh my gosh, you was a nerd too. Blah, blah, blah. We started going off about wrestling for 1 hour. Wrestling. It was crazy.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, we both.
Yeah, we love Dwayne The Rock. It was just crazy. But it's we were just talking, and it was I guess it was one of my best first dates. Even though we didn't do anything, I wasn't mad that we didn't do anything because the conversation in itself was just like enough.
Yeah, it was
for
dope.
me
Yeah.
to be like, I actually like him, but I'm like, let me relax first. But it was, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all we did. We just sat, ate pizza, drank Gatorade, and talked.
Yeah.
I learned everything, who his favorite wrestler was. He used to sneak out to go get some girls.
Edit that.
No.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you didn't shut off, because that was a few experiences I had where I'd be on a date and then girls just like shut off when you ask them questions, and the one answer questions like,
I'm fine.
I'm good. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was like, oh god, you just
I don't
kill
like
me
ketchup.
And liking pizza is not a character trait. Sorry, it's just not.
That is how we met and our first date. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was like good for me.
Yeah, it was good for both of us.
That was like all we could ever ask for, and now we are here. Yay!
8 months later.
What? Ouch! Just scratched myself.
You gotta relax.
But yeah, and now we're here. We're doing Greta. So.
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno. Muy bueno. Okay. Alright, I don't want people to think I'm on crack, so.
Did you?
No, you're good.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much how we met. If you want more videos with Xander, as usual, like this video and
follow her on social media, subscribe to her on YouTube, follow her everywhere. Just follow her in life. Just walk behind her. She's great. I promise.
Oh, thank you, baby. Not biased at all. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I guess we will see you in another couples video, because he will definitely be back. You know. See you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to stay positive and let life surprise you, because it will anyways. Like, look at that. He's like the best thing that happened to me in 2020 other than my nephew.
Yeah.
Pretty
also
good.
Screw 2020.
Also screw 2020.
Outside of you.
But we still have life.
And my job, because I got my job.
We still have life. The money's still coming in, you know what I'm saying? We blessed.
You know how it is.
We blessed. Alright.
Is that what we doing?
No, I was just about to say bye.
Peace out. Yeah. Oh, no.